Hello there guys, welcome back to yet another video on football forensics. So in today's video, I will be giving you guys an update in relation to the transfer stories circulating around Chelsea FC, as well as a pretty big update in relation to the future of Romelu Lukaku at Inter. So if this does sound interesting to you all, please do subscribe, and with that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, so starting off, it has been widely reported by several news agencies that Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea FC wishes to make a few blockbuster signings before the start of the next season, particularly in the positions of right wing back, defensive midfielder, as well as striker, with the striker being the most important upgrade, mainly due to Timo Werner's poor goal conversion rate, and also due to the fact that Tammy Abraham as well as Olivier Giroud will potentially be leaving before the start of the 2021-22 season. So let's take a look at some of these news reports. Okay, so this transfer article is from sportsbible.com, and it is an interview between Thomas Tuchel and the interviewer. So let's take a look at it. So speaking about his side's transfer plans, Tuchel expressed his desire to bring in 2 or 3 new players. He said 2 or 3 signings could be very, very good. It's a constant thing to never deny change, that you always bring new energy, new guys to question the old beliefs, who challenge everybody in the training and in matches. So I think it's a good thing. We don't need 7 or another complete turnover, because it's also our job to keep on improving, because we still have a young squad, and it's not about stealing from them the chance to prove it again that they are capable of growing and evolving. But we have some ideas, of course, to make the group stronger, and I think this can always be a positive thing to challenge all of us. Okay, so as per this report given to us by sportsbible.com, it can be stated with confidence that Thomas Tuchel is indeed happy with his current squad at Chelsea, and fair enough, this squad did manage to win him the Champions League. However, it must be noted that Thomas Tuchel is a very, very demanding man, not only from his players but also from the board as well. And because he did manage to gain Champions League glory, he will definitely be demanding a few new blockbuster signings from the board in order to challenge for not only the Premier League next season but also to try and defend his European crown. So let's take a look at some of these potential transfer targets for Thomas Tuchel. The first player we will be talking about today is none other than Inter Milan's star right wing back, Achraf Hakimi. Achraf Hakimi has been absolutely pivotal in Antonio Conte's title-winning side. He has been very solid in defense. However, the most attractive thing in relation to Achraf Hakimi is his attacking threat. I mean, he has played 37 games in the Serie A. He has scored 7 times and provided 8 assists, which is a superb goal return for a wing back in particular. And because of all this, he has attracted attention from some of Europe's biggest teams, including PSG as well as Chelsea FC. And the main man in relation to transfers, Fabrizio Romano, has issued a transfer update in relation to Achraf Hakimi. So let's dive into that. Okay, so this is from the official Twitter account of Fabrizio Romano, and it states, PSG are still working to sign Achraf Hakimi from Inter. Price tag 80 million euros. So PSG have to raise the bid. FC Bayern have not opened talks. Chelsea are interested in Hakimi, but PSG are leading the race. Also, Adama Traoré is on the CFC list. So there you have it, guys. As per the reports given to us by Fabrizio Romano, PSG are the ones leading the race for the possible signature of Achraf Hakimi. However, you never know in the year 2021, don't you? I mean, maybe Marina Granovskaya can provide a little bit more transfer magic like she did last season and hijack the transfer for Achraf Hakimi. So let's hope that happens. Okay, so in relation to the possible transfer of Adama Traoré to Chelsea FC, I am aware that he is very physical, and when he starts his runs to the opposition's defense, it is a little bit intimidating and very fun as a fan to watch. However, when you take into account his poor crossing and his passing, which is relatively average to say the least, I do personally believe that what Chelsea have currently at the club, such as Reece James as well as Callum Hudson-Odoi, it would seem like an unnecessary buy, because he does seem to have relatively similar characteristics to these two players. So in my personal opinion, I would sort of continue to develop these two academy graduates. However, you never know. Maybe he will be the one at Chelsea FC instead of Achraf Hakimi. So the next player we will be talking about is a midfielder, and not just any midfielder, but Frank Lampard's #1 transfer target from last season. That's right, guys. This is Declan Rice. So there have been a lot of transfer rumors, not only from this season but also from the start of last season in relation to Declan Rice entering Chelsea FC, and these rumors are starting to heat up once again. So let's dive into these stories. Okay, so this article is from the website givemesport.com, and it is basically a recording on Fabrizio Romano's podcast, the Here We Go podcast. So let's take a look at that, shall we? So Fabrizio Romano states in his podcast, Declan Rice is still on the list of Chelsea. I can confirm that they are still in talks with people close to Declan Rice. He was one of the first targets for Frank Lampard. Now there is Tuchel, but the club are still thinking of moving on Declan Rice. Let's see what West Ham will answer about the price. So we are still at the start of talks, but Chelsea are still thinking on Declan Rice as a potential new signing as a midfielder. There is still no agreement, still nothing advanced, but on the list there is the name of Declan Rice. So there you have it, guys. As per the report given to us by givemesport.com, it is very clear that Declan Rice is a top transfer target for Chelsea FC this season, and yet again the main issue at hand would be Declan Rice's valuation, if you will. I mean, last season Chelsea did try to sign him, and the main sticking point for Chelsea FC was the valuation, because without a doubt he is West Ham's most valuable player. So similar to last season, I feel the key during this transfer market is whether Chelsea and West Ham will be able to agree on the asking price, because if they are to do so, definitely Declan Rice will be a Chelsea player at the start of next season. Okay, so the final transfer position Chelsea are looking to upgrade before the start of this season would be the position of striker, and there have been many reports, including by this channel, that the most probable transfer target for the striker position was Romelu Lukaku. However, there has been an update in relation to his possible return to Stamford Bridge, and it's not very good, you guys. So let's take a look at this tweet given to us by Fabrizio Romano. This is a tweet yet again from Fabrizio Romano's official Twitter account, and it states, Romelu Lukaku confirms he's not leaving this summer. Open quotations. I am staying at Inter. I've already had contact with new manager Inzaghi. Maybe I shouldn't say that yet, but it is a very positive conversation. I feel good at Inter. Close quotations. He told VTM. So now that Romelu Lukaku has been cut off from the possibility of making a return to Stamford Bridge, the two blockbuster names are Harry Kane and Erling Haaland. So in relation to Harry Kane, there is almost no chance of him making a shock move to Stamford Bridge, mainly due to the toxic relationship between Spurs and Chelsea FC. So let's just cut Harry Kane off as well. So the only possible blockbuster transfer target would be Erling Haaland, and when you take into account the fact that his asking price is around 150 million euros, it's really unlikely yet again, mainly due to the fact that Chelsea are looking to invest not only in a striker but also in a right wing back as well as a defensive midfielder. So because of all this, it is very unlikely that they would invest 150 million euros on one player. So yeah, there have been other transfer stories for potential striker targets for Chelsea FC, such as Danny Ings. However, there has not been any concrete proof as of now. However, let's not be pessimistic, you guys. I mean, this is Chelsea FC. Don't forget that they have secured some absolutely unbelievable transfer deals in the past. So I do have faith that they will be able to do so yet again this season. So stay tuned, and yeah, I will definitely keep you guys updated on these striker stories, and I will catch you guys in the next video.